What's good, y'all? It's your man, Uncle O, and
Charlie Mack.
this is the Jawn
With Uncle O and Charlie Mack.
All right, and today's guest, this man needs no
Well,
introduction.
this ain't just a guest, though.
Yeah, this family.
This is family on another level. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying blood can make us thicker.
Come on, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's the favorite line, too. I'm starting to question that.
This is my bro Hampshire right here. You understand what I'm saying? We from the city of brotherly love.
But wait, he can't be your bro Hampshire because you don't eat pork.
Well, no, I ain't no.
You
Bro
say ham in
Hampshire.
front of that.
We say alhamdulillah, right? So I got ham in it, although it's not ham.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So pause on that, you know what I mean, one time, because we don't do pork here. Yes, this is a very thorough, if you will, kosher show on this side of the fence.
Okay.
Because you mess around with the little fella.
No, listen.
You mess around with the little fella.
No, I eat the pork.
Listen, you mess around with the little fella.
Listen, I eat the pork.
Yeah, you eat the pork, right?
Yeah.
Pause on that too.
Yeah,
And so we want to take a station break and let you know that, we're going to let you know that this show right here, yes, I'm saying, is sponsored by Paul State Insurance. So he, yes, I'm saying, has a hell of a deductible. It's about $500,000 deductible.
No, but he has $1 million deductible because he is crazy with it. Okay,
well,
and honorary, we're going to give you.
Yeah,
we're going to start you off.
Yeah.
With a $250,000 Paul State Insurance deductible.
We're gonna start you there.
Okay.
Man, shout out to Mason Camp for bringing the pause culture back.
Right.
Because everybody's back on it.
Everybody's back on it. Yeah. Well, pause on that too. Pause on that too. Pause on that too, right there.
So you need a refund.
You're about 200,000 left.
I checked myself.
Yeah. This station break here is for Paul State Insurance. That's what that was all about.
Absolutely.
All right. So go ahead, Matt.
With that being said, you know, I just wanted to start off first and foremost to saying Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And so, you know, when we thought about it, me and Uncle O have been talking about getting together for maybe about 6, 7, 8 years, I guess, prior to the Empire.
Right.
And of course, you know, life has it. It actually moved us kind of like away and came back together in a very organic way. And I'm very pleased that we were actually able to get here to the Jawn with Uncle and Charlie Mack.
Yes, sir.
But while we're here today, we're on the road for our first episode.
Yeah, our first episode.
And I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Now, I'm very excited about this particular brother, you know, right to my right. Affion Crockett.
Yes.
No introduction needed.
None.
But before we start, I just want to say, Ave, 2024 has been a very interesting time for us. And your reflection of it, just externally and internally, how do you actually view it, you know, in 2024? And what would you like to see happen moving in 25?
I feel like 24 was the laying the foundation for the business that we're, you know what I mean, building and wanna run with, like the torch, and just really. Because Hollywood, as you both know, Hollywood is a very interesting place.
Right.
You know, it's about who you know and how hot are you today. And
not even necessarily how hot are you today. It's really about who you know, more than that. Because you can be the flavor of the month, and that's all it is, don't you think?
Nah,
well,
it's about how hot you are today, and
yeah.
they really read that. Like, you know, they're really looking at how many followers you have, or how hot they perceive you to be around the world.
Because you got followers.
I got followers, but what I'm saying is, that's what Hollywood is all about. Who's the hottest person right now, and who do we feel like we want to ride the coattails of this person and add them to my project and this, that, and third. And that's great.
Right.
So 24, in my mind, even though I've been in the industry for a minute, you've been around for a minute. What we did on the film was...
What film are you talking about?
So a hip-hop story, sorry. What we did on a hip-hop story was we joined forces so that we could present myself as a leading man.
Absolutely.
Producer, writer.
But rightfully so, though.
I've heard it. Yeah.
There was no gimmicks.
So yeah, I think 24 is just building blocks, and 25 is going to be the parachute going to open up.
But we're kicking our door all the way now.
Well, the question is Hollywood on board the same way you feel, right? So Hollywood right now it's a popular contest, right?
Yeah.
So how do we? Is Hollywood on the no longer popular contest because it doesn't work? Or are they sticking to the script in 25?
No, everything works. Everything is still up for grabs. Like, there's no rules.
Pause on the grabs, but keep moving.
But here's what I'm saying. Everything is still in play, if that makes sense, right? There's no rule book to how it can pop.
Okay.
Because, pause. Here's John Travolta.
Okay.
Right? Pulp Fiction. He been out he been
Yeah.
what was it? Welcome
Saturday
back.
Night Live. So, yeah, Welcome
Kotter, right?
Back and Saturday Night Live as well.
Welcome back, Carter first, though. Yeah.
Welcome back, Kotter. He was on Saturday Night Live.
No,
John Travolta?
I'm talking about the movie that he did.
Oh, Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, yeah.
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever.
Fever, yes. Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
So
Old people shit.
Old people.
Yeah. So anyway, there's still that moment where you can still show them something different, and they'll see you totally different tomorrow than they did for the last 10 years.
Right.
So there's still that opportunity. Social media has made that possible as well.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's why I say 24 was just a building block for the next chapter of what I'm about to do, what we're about to do. Mm-hmm. And to answer your question, that's how I see it. 25, we taking a military plane up into the sky.
Absolutely.
And we dropping, you know,
Yeah, I've seen it, in a way where you got to make people pay attention and care about who you are, right? Because again, in terms of popularity, and I'm not contesting what Affion said, but from where I see it, and there's no knock on anybody, you know what I'm saying? But and I'll speak on, like, you think about Michael B. Jordan, right? I would say when that opportunity happened with him with Fruitville Station, he wasn't the biggest popular. I think what happens is, from my experience, is that Hollywood will identify someone, and then they'll put everything behind them. This is the person that we're going to put behind. Yeah, pause.
But it's also
yeah.
It's also the right project,
right?
That can, because Creed was the perfect project for him at the time.
Well, no, I'm saying Fruitville Station.
No, I hear you.
I'm saying Fruitville Station. Fruitville Station. You got to think about. Prior to that,
it was a setup for Creed.
Right. All he had at that point was The Wire. To me, that as far as I know. Now, of course, I'm saying things may have been out there, but I'm saying in terms of relevancy, I'm saying a Fruitville Station, right? And and I thought that it was a dope film. I don't know if I identified it being that way. Like, okay, he's the guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Creed was the one that defined that.
Right.
Fruitvale was him and Ryan taking a gamble on Mike.
Right.
And
but
giving him that.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's my point that I'm making, right?
Exactly.
That's my point, right? So to me, when you got a person like Affion, that clearly, I'm talking about, he comes to work, you know what I mean? And he going to leave everything on the dance floor. I'm talking about whatever it is that he does. Right. And I don't know, to me, yes, I'm saying, I don't know from where I see, and Affion can speak to it, I think that is undervalued, underappreciated, you know what I mean? And that got to be frustrating as an artist, because again, he's not willing to cheat the game. He comes to work every day. He's ready to work and he's ready to show up. So again, you say to that, you say what?
Somewhat undervalued by the system, overvalued by God. That's what keeps me excited, waking up every day.
Yeah, because it's God's move next.
Yeah, what man tries to derail,
right?
You can't get in God's way.
When your favor's there, you cannot stop.
You can't stop it.
Right.
Nothing that God has for me can any man stop. Any man, any woman, any entity. Right. You cannot stop it.
Yeah. And I know this is kind of cliche, because God's gonna have your back. But what keeps you going? What keeps you pushing to stay in the eye? You know what I mean?
Nothing keeps me wanting to stay in the eye.
Okay.
Because the eye is an illusion. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just do the work. I do the work that I'm excited to do, and I'll let that speak for itself.
Right.
So, and the fact that I'm really him. I really do everything, and I really have a vault of creativity, scripts, characters. I don't wake up every day.
But work ethic too. That's probably
you was in the trenches and you saw.
But more, because people have talent, but I'm talking about the work ethic. Yeah. Like, you give a F. You know what I'm saying? Like, you care. Like, that's the thing, I think, again, because a lot of people have talent. You know what I'm saying?
But are they going to work for it?
That's my point.
The way he's going to work for it.
That's my point, right? That's my point. I think, and we'll get into it later, you know what I'm saying, in terms of praises amongst peers and praises amongst people that you look at as being like the bar, right? Even if he does or if he doesn't. But we've been around and he received that, you know what I mean? And I love that for him, because for me, it's like I want it for Abe so bad. I'm talking about, like, clearly I'm saying he's doing his thing, right. Clearly doing his thing, but I want that for him so bad. And he received that, you know what I mean, in that way, you know what I mean, of a compliment that was, yeah. You know
what does that make you feel? How does that make you feel that a person of Charlie Mack's stature comes along and says, I want to see you win? Like, not everybody has that feeling for you.
It means everything. I mean, Quincy Jones
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Quincy Jones, one of the greatest ever. Quincy Jones had that magical collaboration with Michael back in the day. And so for him to be the guy that really created the star in Michael, because Michael's already a star, a kid star.
Yeah.
Right.
But then Thriller, he became
iconic,
an alien.
Yeah.
Right.
He became an alien.
He became an alien.
Right.
And then he's the same guy that created the Will Smith, the other chapter of Will Smith,
Right.
of the Fresh Prince.
Took him to the
And
stratosphere.
took him to the stratosphere as well.
Not to mention at 50 years old, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is for the people who think it's over. It's not over. Some of y'all it is, but yeah.
So here's the link though.
Yeah.
So Quincy Jones created the Michael Jackson machine, and then he came after that and created the Will Smith Fresh Prince next chapter of the machine.
Okay.
Charlie was the connector that got Will out of his own way and told him to go to that Arsenio Hall party, the show. Just go shake hands. Go meet people. Met Benny Medina. The rest is history. So because Charlie saw the magic in Will's talent way back then, he's always seen the same magic in my talent now. And
at the same degree.
And Will sees it.
Yeah.
Right.
Will has paid the compliment to me. And so it's like at the end of the day, Charlie, first of all, he and I have been friends for what? About 13-ish years.
Yeah, 13, 15.
And we never done business until 2024.
Right.
So there was a brotherhood that was built that had nothing to do with industry. So that's what makes me trust and say, all right, let's whatever we want to do now, let's put dollars in the bank,
right,
and make it an official business venture.
Yeah, he knows for a fact. I'm saying that there's no ulterior motive other than like we want. Watch this. You ready for this? We want me to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Affion getting the trophy or the statue or the deal. I'm saying we win.
Right.
Right. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And
right?
He knows that I'm the kind of guy that is gonna give a favorable deal for him.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of people have used Charlie's influence and haven't.
You get to it, right.
Yeah, they'll skip over a hurdle to get to where they want to be, and they don't pay him the homage that he deserves.
But back to what you were saying when you went to the spiritual level, right? They don't need to, because I serve a lot. Right. So they don't need to. Right. So the thing about it is, I always say, I'm gracious, humble servant.
Amen.
My reward don't come from man. I don't look for man to validate that, right? I'm here to serve. So again, here you go, right? With Affion, coming back to Affion. Again, my purpose on this walk is to support my brother, support you, right? That's my reward. There is no higher compliment than that. Than is that I see something and I'm able to assist you along the way, and then we realize it at the highest level. You know what I mean? And so whether it be Will or you or Affion or Yaz or the list goes on, I'm saying it's me living inside of my purpose responsibly. You know what I mean? So it's what I have to do. It's not what I want to do. What I have to do. Like if this is not successful, whatever this thing is that we're doing, then I've done both of y'all disservice.
Right.
So I'm making my commitment on tape that I'm committed for life.
Yeah.
Like that's real. And we've had many conversations. My commitment is for life. Like it ain't no fair weather friend type of situation. I'm committed for life to sit out for Affion to again, he's already that, right? It's the thing about it is you gotta make the folks, not make them, come to the realization of, oh damn, he is that.
Yeah. Now let me tell y'all something. For all y'all that don't know Charlie, he gonna say again
55,000 times.
And when he says again, the conversation restarts.
Absolutely.
So again, we gotta go back. Okay, so now
so you went back again 50,000 times.
Yeah, he said again. So when he says again, guys, damn it, we gonna start over.
Again.
Just so the fuck he says again. You say again. It's a whole new conversation. Okay.
Me and Charlie have had full on arguments. And he'll keep saying again.
He'll start off with again.
That's the thing I love too, because in relationships, the defining moments, right, are when you go through something.
Listen, Charlie will walk up and it's a brand new conversation. And he'll be like, oh, again. I'm like, what happened the first time?
Look, me and him have an argument. And literally, we'll argue because we both are fucking alpha males.
Yes.
And so,
but I love it though.
But look, as soon as it's fucking done, yo, what you trying to eat?
No.
You trying to go get murdered?
No. I'll piss with this motherfucker, yo. I'll be pissed with this motherfucker all the time. We go in it, and we have to go in it until we get it back. We got to get it back on. That's what you know. How me and him end the conversation. That's bet.
Yes.
And then when we bet, like if I'm really believing it and I lose the bet,
and you lose, right? You lose.
I don't lose all the time.
So. You lose 9 times out of 10.
Again, so we start a new conversation.
You see that?
Again.
So,
Again.
But let's get back to it.
But that's real brotherhood.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. The thing about it is what I love here. Two of my brothers that I feel extremely like. It's not even a thing where it's been a test situation. Life brings you, a test to create your testimonies.
Yeah.
Right. And we've been tested, in that. And again, we all three of us, we absolutely will take charge of our position.
Right.
And we unwavering. But we all have come to a realization at this stage in our life, like, guess what? I love this guy. I love this guy. Because normally we going to war. We're going to war. Period. There's no question about it. Again.
Again.
Nobody's afraid to go to war.
No.
Right.
We'll go.
Stand on principle. But when so my new thing now is, and it's been for a little bit, is that I'm fighting for, watch this, for the win.
That's the other one. Watch this. It's a new conversation too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm fighting for the win for us.
Right.
Not for me to defeat you.
Right.
See what I'm saying? It's for the win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love that about you.
Man. Yeah, man. That's where it's at. Totally.
Yeah, he always talks team. He always talks the championship rank.
Yeah.
Everybody on the bench is a rank too.
Yeah, everybody.
So
the water boy.
At the end of the day, he's Phil Jackson and I'm Michael Jordan.
Right. All day.
That's the relationship.
Scotty Pippen.
All day.
All day.
Yeah. Triangle offense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but let's go ahead. So eighth. So growing up in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
Right? And you decided where did that kind of like that light in that tone? Where did it first kind of shine at for you?
Hip hop saved my life. Hip hop gave me a new outlook on life. Mm-hmm. And so in Fayetteville specifically, me and my brother, we would open up the concerts whenever Latifah would come to town, Naughty by Nature, X-Clan,
on the rap side.
On the rap side. Okay. We talking about
I'm saying you were rapping. So your first foray into this world of entertainment
was
the first thing you did.
Rap.
B-boy. What was first? What was first?
B-boy.
And what did you see? Who was kind of like the light for you? Who was that?
Saw it was what was that? PM magazine. Remember that old show, PM magazine? Yeah. They had a story about breaking. Right. Yeah. It was like there's a new craze called breaking.
And how old were you at this time?
9, 10 years old.
Okay, gotcha.
10. I was 10.
10.
And so we saw that joint and we called our cousin in New York. And we was like, yo, what is this thing called breaking?
Wow.
No. We asked him, what is that thing that they were doing when they were spinning on their backs?
Wow.
And he says, called breaking.
Wow.
And he was giving us the history of and the lesson of it. And so then B Street, breaking, all those movies started popping up. And we just was like, we want to do that so bad. We just started practicing on every floor we could find, every garage, every piece of linoleum.
Right.
We throw that joint on the grass in the front yard. And we was practicing that shit in talent shows, all that. We would win everything.
So your brother is older or younger?
He's 4 years older.
4 years older.
Yeah.
And so had he kind of had the fire kind of...
He's a huge fan of yours, by the way.
Really?
He hit me the other day. He was like, yo, man, I ain't never met Charlie.
Oh, really?
He knows Mom. I ain't never met him. I've been a fan of his.
Listen, we brothers. We're brothers. So was the fire struck in him first or you? Or, because I don't, it's not
the talent was, no, he's big bro. So the talent was him first.
Got it.
That nigga was nice. He was the one that everybody in the neighborhood was like, if you want to battle somebody and you want to prove who you are, you battle him.
Wow.
I was always just a little bro.
So you standing there looking at him.
Using the shadow.
And his homeboys, these niggas, let me tell you something, man. We had this dude, my big homie named Finesse, this white boy named Elmer.
Elmer, wow.
Elmer was fucking...
No, he was definitely a white boy.
Listen, when I tell you...
You didn't think he was Puerto Rican?
No, Elmer.
Elmer?
Okay. No, but he did that on purpose for the Elmer Fudd. That was his B-boy named Elmer.
Did he start him?
Nah.
Okay,
so he just was nice, man.
Really?
Nice.
Elmer.
And we had this other dude named Karam. He was the Rakim of Fayetteville. Like, bars back then. He was our Rakim. So the hip-hop fabric was really, really like... We did everything that we saw in New York. Basically.
Mentorship.
It was the 80s. So that was
It's pretty much what everyone did, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Mecca, so we had to do it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Big Bro was it sparked in him to want to perform and do all that, and naturally they was like, "Little bro, come on and get in this dance group."
So no resistance to it. When bro called you stepped up.
It wasn't so much that he had to call me. We were both watching the same things. He just was older than me, and he just got better faster.
Right.
Gotcha. Wow.
Yeah.
And from that, you're like, okay, I'm now gonna perfect my craft. Watching Big Bro, and
it wasn't even a conscious decision.
No,
I still was just younger bro, just kind of
impressionable,
hanging out,
yeah.
And we would do the talent shows. We would win things, but I wasn't actively like, yo, I'm about to work on this. Not until I got older.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started to become more of a thing in the 90s. When I became a teenager, like 15, 16, I got nicer than him.
Okay. That's what I was about to ask you.
Yeah. And
wow. Now, how was that for the dynamic of the Brotherhood?
I mean, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
It's Michael Jordan telling us that his older brother was always his nemesis, the one that he was like, he's the greatest player I've ever seen. And until I beat him, I can't beat nobody.
So did y'all battle? Did y'all battle, actually?
Yeah, we battled. By the time we battled, I was in college, and he was far removed from. So I didn't battle him in his prime. So it was.
You ain't no winner then. You gonna battle him? You gonna battle him when he old and shit? You gonna battle him when he old and shit? You gotta battle him. You can't play Michael Jordan now.
What is taking? Yo, come on. Gotta get these top rockers right.
Let's go.
I gotta serve him up some lunch.
Right.
Come on, man. You ain't gonna battle him when he old. You gonna battle him when he old.
He wasn't an old man, nigga.
Yeah, but he was
still in his 20s.
No, he wasn't in his prime.
It ain't my fault that the nigga took off.
Right.
He wasn't in his prime, man.
So, first record for you that you like connected with your spirit. Like what was that? Suck MC.
But 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhyme, so I said this rhyme I'm about to say. The rhyme was there, then it went this way.
Wow.
Listen, man.
So you lost your mind.
Storytelling rap was what my whole foundation was built on. Slick Rick, Will, Dana Dane, Melly Mel, like that shit. You can't beat storytelling rap. Rakim with Mahogany. Like, it was just those lyricists back in the day. We had so many to choose from, but yeah.
How much of that is missed currently on the storytelling side?
We don't have it. It's not even here no more.
Right.
Well, no, Kendrick is a mother.
No, Kendrick does. Kendrick. Listen, Kendrick, Cole, Drake.
Yes.
So we don't
give them
disrespectful. I'm saying this is in this time.
But it's still missed because it was even more of it back then.
It's not missed.
Well,
we were younger.
It's less of.
Watch this. We were younger. And again, I'm saying, because you got to think about it, right? You did have the Public Enemy, you did have the KRS Ones, but then you had some Heavy D and the Boys, you just had more of rap, and they do have it. It just don't satisfy our palates. It don't.
So I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we hear less of it, less of the stories.
I don't think so.
We hear a lot of great.
I don't hear it.
I don't think so. I think again, if you think about back in the day, who did you have? You had KRS.
I just named the
Right, but I'm saying probably about 4 or 5 of them, and you got 4 or 5 of them right now.
It was a little more than that too, because even Heavy D was a storyteller.
No, not in that way, not in terms of that. I'm saying you didn't look at Heavy. You didn't look at Heavy as a lyrical guy. You know, we look at Heavy as I'm saying the party, fun, light on his feet, ladies.
But even those were stories. Those really stuff. Like he told a story about how to party, or it was always about.
Right.
I think it was a storytelling era. Right.
Yeah. I'm saying to you that Kendrick could be in that era. And today, and he could be. I'm talking about.
No, he can be.
He can function.
That's without question.
But that's not what. We're not questioning whether he can be.
Yeah.
We're just saying the art and storytelling, like Outkast, when they paid homage to Slick Rick, it's not the same as what it was back then. It was a different culture.
I think it's subjective. I think for me, I hear because I'm gonna tell you something. Again, I get my fulfillment off of Kendrick alone.
Hold on, let's pause that. If y'all think, hit right now in the poll. Right now, here's a poll. Click on the poll. You think if it's missing right now, storytelling? Yes. If it's not, no. Click the poll.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not as popular. Right. There's niggas that do it. Eminem is a great storyteller. J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick, all of them are great storytellers. I'm just saying they don't do it as often as the rappers in the 80s did. 80s was a storytelling foundation.
Hey, man. But again, so for you, it's something to say. So now, question. Of course, I'm saying life had taken you to levels that you were able to kind of see your heroes. They say don't never meet your heroes.
Right.
So your hero was your hero. I'm not saying heroes. Your hero was who?
I mean, shit, all of those guys. To me, they were like.
No, I'm saying, who was that one? Like I get to meet. I'm saying, if I get to meet this guy, like who was that? And then knew who you were. Rakim. So I was.
Rakim was my number one rapper.
How was that experience?
I mean, look, he's right.
R to the K I am.
Yeah, right.
He wasn't. So again, tell me about that experience. First meeting him
in a show in LA. Mm-hmm. I was actually hosting it. Because I had already met Eric B.
Right.
And Eric B was like, "Yo, could you introduce us?" Fuck yeah, I can. And that was my first time meeting Rakim.
Wow.
It was me, Michael Rappaport, and Mike Ely. Mm-hmm. We were the only three, and Devontae.
Gotcha.
We were the only people selected, in the industry guys that were there at the show. Mm-hmm. And then Eric B brought me, Mike, the two mics on stage. And I already know that Rappaport is a big hip hop head. I didn't know Mike Ely was such a Rakim fan because he named his son Rakim too. Okay. So we both looked at each other. That's already my brothers. Like me and him are Leo brothers, a week apart. Mm. And we was on stage looking at each other like, yo, nigga, the God MC Rakim is standing feet away from us.
So he was right there within your view.
Feet. Like we was on the stage. I introduced him, first of all, brought him to the stage. He came on with the big NCM number 7 and the crescent and the
way you seen him in the 80s.
Oh, you was losing your mind, yo.
And so my man, I forget his name. I'm about to.
The artist
that painted this. Pender. Yeah, Demont Pender.
Yeah, Demont.
He was there painting live. Mm-hmm. Eric B and Rakim. And so he was doing these 3 live paintings, right? And at the end of the show, he pulls me, Mike Ely, Mike Rappaport, and we all take a group picture with Eric B and Rakim holding the painting. Stop playing.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And Rakim knew who I was.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yo, big fan. I was like, yo, you're the God MC. What are you talking about?
You said, do you know you got MC?
Do you know you got MC?
Do you know you got MC?
It was the same interaction when I met Prince.
Right.
Same interaction.
Right, but to me, hip hop.
But in the hip hop sense, Rakim is that guy.
Right. Yeah. So moving past hip hop, how does comedy come in?
Def Comedy Jam.
Okay.
Def Comedy Jam was hip hop comedy. Mm-hmm. It was the extension of what hip hop already is.
Right.
Russell, the godfather of hip hop. Martin at the time being one of the illest comedians on the scene. He was the breakout star in House Party. Mm-hmm. The Martin Show was just bubbling. And he was hosting Def Comedy Jam and killing it every week. Every Friday night, Kid Capri, one of the illest DJs ever. And in the crowd, you'll see Freddie Fox, and you'll see Flavor Flav, and you see Def Jam artists, and it was just so hip-hop. And then the dancers, I'm a dancer. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at Big Les, and Kate Mel, and the Mop Top Crew, and Flex Alexander, all these different elements in this one show came together and showed me hip-hop with comedy added to it. That opened my eyes to saying, oh, shit, maybe I could be a comedian.
So coming from Fayetteville, you got on to Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
Right. So
shout out to Bob Sunder.
But that's what I'm saying. So that process, did you audition in Fayetteville?
I auditioned in Charlotte.
In Charlotte.
The Comedy Zone in Charlotte, the original Comedy Zone, not the one that they have now. The original Comedy Zone in Charlotte, Bob Sumner, who used to fly around to all the clubs in the nation. And he found every comedian that you saw on there, from Bernie Mac, Chris Tucker, Bill Bellamy, Cedric. These guys were already doing their thing, but he's the one that got them on that stage.
But I'm saying, but coming from Fayetteville. And you in Charlotte auditioning for Def Comedy Jam. Yeah. Do you understand the magnitude of it?
1,000%.
So you know exactly what's happening. How did that come about that you went from B-boy to, okay, I'm pivoting over to comedy? Where did that even come from? Yeah. Now that's not a normal transition right here.
Right. So what I'm saying is, as I'm watching the show, I'm already dialed in for 3 seasons. I'm watching this shit in college, and I'm watching every aspect of it. It's the the hottest show in the 90s. That
was it. No, that was it. Yeah,
was the fucking hottest show.
Yeah,
and then the Martin show.
Martin and Fresh Prince.
And then Fresh Prince came on, right? So between those shows, like I'm watching Def Comedy Jam, like, yo, this shit is crazy. I've never seen comedy like this. Before that, I saw comedy like Evening at the Improv, where all the white comedians have the smoking jackets on.
Comedy cares.
Yeah, blazers with the elbow patches on them and the brick wall behind them, you know, and every joke was like, hey, you ever talk to your wife? And you know what I mean? It was cool, but it wasn't that flavor. It wasn't that, niggas was like,
Yes.
It was white people funny. No disrespect. White people.
No, look, they were funny. They were funny, but culturally, Def Comedy Jam just brought
it was us.
An innateness that we have.
Yeah, it was us.
To the TV screen.
It brought our bop to the TV screen.
Nigga.
Right. There was nowhere in the world that happened on TV.
Yeah, but were you a funny guy like it?
That's what I'm saying.
Were you the funny guy?
Okay, so no, I was not. I'm gonna tell you how it all came together. I wasn't funny publicly. I was a shy kid. I was a dancer. I was an entertainer, and I was comfortable on stage already. Around my friends, they were funny. I would just sit around in school and just listen to these niggas crack jokes, and I kind of picked up their rhythms, and heard how to really like be funny from the street perspective. I always did impressions of characters, so I just put two and two together. I was like, all right, I'm already used to the stage. I'm a dancer. I have stage presence. I'm going to put these voices together because I saw Cool Bubba Ice. I tell the story a lot. Cool Bubba Ice went on Def Comedy Jam and did all impressions. He didn't do no, like, jokes. They were just all impressions. And I was like, oh, shit, impressions is comedy? I didn't know that.
Right.
And he kicked it off of me. He set the fucking building on fire. And I was like, oh,
that was your comedy bar.
I can probably get on Def Comedy Jam if I become a comedian using the impressions that I've been doing my whole fucking life.
Who was your first impression?
First impression of all time was Scarface. Well, first impression was my Caribbean auntie and grandmother and my mom.
Give us that.
What's her name?
Give us that.
Give us her name.
Give us that.
Granny is Joyce. Auntie Maya, and then my mom, I ain't gonna say her name.
Right.
Protection.
Absolutely.
Reasons, but, the Trini accent I would do as a kid. And then the Tony Montana was such a popular movie when I was a kid that my parents was young parents, so they didn't give a fuck about me watching all that cocaine and killing and shit.
Wait, give me a little bit of the Trini accent.
Pause.
The Trini.
Give me a little bit.
The Trini accent.
No, my Trini accent isn't the greatest right now. But
just give me a second.
I want to know how you even came to mimic that. Like, I guess just being a kid.
Yeah, just being a kid.
Making fun of.
They would do things like, it's like, go and grab anything. Like, bring me if you're going to get anything, like, certain names that they would say to call you stupid. So yeah, you just start imitating them as they're getting mad at you. You imitate them and they laugh. So that's how it came about.
That's amazing. I'm talking about these, like, to have all these different voices in your head is crazy to me. Like this, like, I'm talking about the Maya Angelou to Jay-Z to
the one that killed you. What was the one that flatlined you on set? I didn't even say nothing yet.
Man, Charlie be flatlined. But
you talking about Cornell West?
No.
Cornell East.
Nigga. When I put the outfit on, the hair, the wig,
the finger pointing.
Before I said anything, I walked in the room.
Right. The look.
This nigga was crying.
The look. Because he had the look. See, it ain't just a voice. He embodies these people. Like, literally, he becomes these people, and it blows me away. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, Affion, how he played 22 characters,
like 14
on a hip hop movie.
Wow.
Right? I'm talking about giving back to hip hop, right? Hip hop, because he's the hip hop version of that. Right. He brought that to us. He made it hip. Yes, he made us want to enjoy it. You know what I mean? This kind of admiring is one thing, but I'm talking about want to journey with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Affion comes with that, and you're like, wow, that is incredible to have all those different talents. And is there something that you wanted to do that you weren't able to achieve? I'm talking about in terms of overall talent. Because it seems like everything, martial arts, rapping, comedy.
Yeah, I wish I could sing like a better singer. I can sing decent,
right?
But my mom was a hater when it came to singing.
Really?
Man.
My mom was a hater.
She dashed your dreams.
She discouraged it early on.
Good job, Mom.
Because she was a singer.
So,
because it didn't happen for her.
Got you.
That was the one talent that she didn't support. She's like, stop singing. You sound bad. And da da da.
So if you were able to kind of achieve that, who would you be in the vein of? Reminiscent of? Who would you?
If I was a singer?
Yeah.
Tank?
Tank does it.
Yeah. Tank has the grit. Okay. Like he has enough of what the ladies want to hear.
Got you.
Tonally, but he still sound like a man.
Got you.
Prince had a tone too, but he could go. Yeah. He had a deep register, a deeper like very white-ish kind of tone when he was talking. Yeah. And then that nigga hit you with some fucking Smokey Robinson falsetto. Right. Shit. Yeah. So
I ran into Prince at the airport. No, I literally ran into Prince, and he's little, so I ran him over. So I had to grab him from falling. Then I said, "Oh man, my bad." I didn't know what it was. I said, "Oh man, my bad." And then he was like, "No problem."
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit, Prince! It's a Prince." He said, "I gotta go." Like, damn.
Left you there, right?
Yeah. But what is it that you haven't accomplished that you want to accomplish?
You just said sing.
No, that's something he wanted to do, but that's something he liked.
Yeah, that was a hidden skill that I wish I had more of. For me, just more leading man movies.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to really have the leverage to produce and greenlight anything I put my mind to.
Yeah, to be respected for artists and like just give me the kind of canvas, let me paint.
To be respected enough for people to write that check.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
get out your way.
That's the mission. Get the fuck out the way.
That first.
Yeah, get the fuck out the way. And because it's not saying get the fuck out the way in a rude way. It's just basically saying, listen, you will get so much more out of my talent,
right?
If you just let me flirt.
Let me do me, yeah, basically.
And you saw it on set, like
that got to be the most frustrating thing. Yeah, that got to be the most frustrating place in your life to not to be kind of like hogtied.
I try not to let it frustrate me, because frustration gets you bitter, and we see too many of those guys,
too many
making videos now.
Too many.
So I don't ever want to be frustrated to the point of bitter. Mm-hmm. It's just a desire of mine to just be more, more
driven,
in control, have more access, and to be able to put other talented people on.
Right.
I really have a big desire that because I know some of the most talented people in the world.
Right.
And they just looking for an opportunity.
That's it. Well, what was the emotional? What were there, or was there an emotional point in your career that set you down and you were like, "Damn, I can't believe that happened for me"?
You mean something great?
Yeah, something.
Man, I've had so many of those, bro. I mean, working with Sam Jackson and Bernie Mac on Soul Men, working with the Wayans family multiple times, and then them embracing me as like their little brother type, like distant cousin type. Mm-hmm. That's surreal because I mean, the Wayans family does not get talked about enough for Keenan's vision and how he entrepreneured and created other millionaires in his own family.
Right.
That shit is unheard of.
Right.
And they're still working to this day. They're all working on Papa's House.
Yes.
Right.
On CBS. Shout out to the two Damon Sr., Damon Jr., but they just don't get mentioned enough in
the GOAT
creating $100 million movies.
Right.
GOAT status in living colors and institution.
Yes.
That created other millionaires like Jamie Foxx, Jim Carrey.
The list goes on.
Like J-Lo.
The list goes on.
So, yeah, those moments, being humble enough to have Keenan look at me and say, I told him when we was doing Dance, like I said, I just want you to know that I went to the school of Wayne. And he looked at me, he said, you're an excellent student.
Wow.
That's the kind of shit that make you say, fuck.
Because they say Damon don't get nobody no credit. Play them games. And I think
Damon is quite about it.
Well, not Damon. Keenan is the whip cracker. You know what I mean? It's like he's like, yeah, come with it better. Come better. Yo.
Hey, yo.
You gotta come with it. They say he would back down, and I think that's just so you would stay, don't get comfortable.
Right.
Don't get comfortable. I think that's a great action approach to it. Because if he start complimenting you, then you start feeling yourself, right?
Hey, go.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Facts. But Afe, let's talk about our coming up. I think every kid in the hood on Saturday afternoon, probably around 3:00, we would see the show, and it would star this Asian guy named Bruce Lee, right? Because I know for a fact I got caught out there. I remember my father told me, "Don't go out the house."
Right.
Not only did I come out the house, when he came around the corner, I was in the air kicking my brother in his head.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember we came out of a kung fu movie one time, man. The whole family went, and I kicked my brother in his fucking back so hard.
Man, we was all living with my grandma's. I kicked my brother. And so you know, back in the day, the grandmas had cots.
Yeah.
So you go to Granny's house, you sleep on a cot.
Right.
You ain't had no beds. You sleep on a cot.
Right.
There's a bunch of us in the room. We were living with Granny.
Right.
Granny raised everything about it.
Yeah.
But I kicked my brother from on a cot. Kung fu style. He could have flew clean out the window. We had just watched. You know how the karate flicks are, right?
Yeah.
You watch the karate flick. Somebody got to get this ass
You come
whooping.
out on that gas.
Yeah. Somebody got to get this ass whooping, yo.
You come out on that gas.
Yeah. Everybody thought they was the best, yo. I thought I was the 5 deadly venoms. Yo. I thought I was every one of the 5 deadly venoms
all day long. And I'm saying, so now with that transition not over to martial arts, had you seen Bruce Lee first and then you decided, or how did that? I'm talking about to the point where you took it to the point where I'm going to take this serious.
Yeah. Bruce was the he sparked the flame with that whole martial arts thing for me.
Wow.
I was bullied as a kid.
Wow.
Military family, moving around all the time. I was always a new student. The movie The Karate Kid, it's the same thing. Fish out of water. You're in a new place, and the kids see you and they just want to fuck with you. And I couldn't really fight. I didn't know what that world was like. And then one day I borrowed Return of the Dragon, or the original name is Way of the Dragon, where Bruce Lee fought Chuck Norris at the end. And the first scene when he gets to the restaurant and the thugs show up,
I remember that.
he's like, "Meet me in the alley, you puss ass nigga." You know what I mean? Roughly translated. "Meet me in the alley, you puss ass nigga."
Bitch ass nigga.
Hey yo, and Bruce went out there, and the first kick, this nigga does a spinning crescent kick across his nigga face. This dragon whips its tail.
Yeah.
Yo, I wanted to do every move that he did. I started practicing them shits. Then it got to the fight before the Chuck Norris scene, where it was out in the dirt field. Here's the genius about Bruce Lee movies. Bruce was so nice. He wanted to show you head to toe, his whole body, what he was doing.
Right.
He's not
so while
like
you concentrate on one thing, he pow. You concentrate on his feet, he pow.
But what I'm saying is this: most films now, action stars, all the shots are here and it's edited all close, and you get
so you're not seeing the whole.
You don't see these niggas moving in 5 miles per hour.
Right.
This nigga Bruce, I saw his movement. I saw the rhythm that he was on. I saw the Muhammad Ali in his steps. I saw the dance moves in his steps. And I just trained and did everything I saw him doing from head to toe. I watched his rhythm, what the timing of when his leg went up, when it shot out and hit nigga in the knee, in the hip, in the face. I just got everything down from the timing of it to the point where I would go around and start sparring guys that was taking karate, and I would beat them. These niggas had belts and everything. But my timing, they couldn't match my timing because they're so used to.
So you're self-taught?
First, I was self-taught, and then I started taking lessons.
Wow. Yeah, how good did you become? What belt did you get up to?
No belt.
No belt. Just going to take lessons.
So never competed in tournaments?
I did do a tournament. Yeah, I posted on IG recently. I have I did do a tournament. My first tournament, I won.
And so
I won the whole shit.
Never had to go through the steps.
And I had a belt on, but belt. Yeah. Unless you're really about that life, like a Michael Jawn White, like he's really about it.
Yeah.
Whatever black belt he got is dark black. It's extra.
Onyx black.
Listen,
Really?
It's black. It's melanin black.
Yeah.
Michael Jawn White is about that life.
No, yeah.
So there's some people that don't just have the belt in name and title only. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Some people just have the belt and they got it within 6 months.
And they can't really fight.
So it's not required to get to the next levels of martial arts.
It depends on the school, depends on your teacher.
Really?
It varies. Yeah.
So you don't have to have a belt. Wow.
It's like a franchise.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like a franchise. Like you go to one McDonald's and it don't they don't have the same standards as another McDonald's
right.
in Delaware or Pennsylvania.
Right.
Like it's just depending on who's
Who's
managing.
running the
Some martial arts.
There was a time McDonald's was selling chicken in some places.
Look, some martial arts schools are about the money.
Yeah.
And they just want to push people through and give them a belt.
They do. They be up to like yellow belt in 2 seconds.
And you got the parents standing there being annoying. So
and they want that parent.
You know that kid is trash.
The parent one, right? Get his head kicked off his shoulders.
Yeah, he's trash. Yeah.
What form of martial arts did Bruce Lee do?
Wing Chun was what he started, and then see this young age right here. Wing Chun is the form that he started with Ip Man. So that's why you got all these Ip Man movies.
Yeah.
With Donnie Yen. Because Ip Man was Bruce Lee's first teacher.
Yeah.
Of martial arts.
So you've been doing this as a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you was that young.
I started when I was 13.
Yo, we gotta put this up.
Yeah, I seen
I was going to say just
Yeah. Wow. How old are you right there?
Right here, I think I'm 14.
14 years old. Kicking somebody's head off their shoulders. At 14.
First off, pause, but that nigga head long as shit.
Whoa.
I said pause first.
Whoa.
I paused it first.
Well, you did.
Oh, yeah, the nice little. Oh, no, you was nice.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, no, you was nice. Okay.
That was.
He's old now. He ain't that nice.
Okay, well, listen, they told you to move the coffee table back.
Then go to the coffee table. Let's get it.
He real out of pocket. You don't know. You know,
you ain't got to move that seat. You ain't got to move for your seat.
Kick him from right here.
Listen, I went to this holy rock. You see the guard. You see the guard.
Over the guard. You see that?
Listen, that guard was.
That guard would stop all of that.
You was unguard.
No, that
I
shit
went
was stop.
over the guard.
I promise you, he was over top. You
I
didn't
hit
even
your
notice it.
forehead. You didn't even
Right,
know.
you didn't even notice it.
Now stop that shit.
Run the camera back.
Run the camera back. Slow motion.
Run back tape.
Oh, run the tape back.
Run back tape.
Yes. But anyway, listen, man, that's amazing. Afe, in this career that you're on, this journey, when it's all done and said, how does that book read?
One of the greatest ever.
You consider yourself that?
One of the greatest ever. Sorry we didn't notice it for sooner.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I really think, you know how the kids on TikTok are discovering Michael Jackson and like gems from the 80s now?
Right. Yeah.
I feel like, because I have so much content out, that is, because I do so many different things, people don't register that it's the same one person
Right.
doing all this
things.
shit. I feel like at some point it's all going to be like in a vault where people are going to be like, wait, this is Affion too? Right. This is Affion too? And I feel like it's just going to go viral. Everything is going to be looked at.
Right. And it'll be someone else, some kid one day say, do you see how great that Affion was? You know what I mean? And again, I believe it's there now. It's just that again.
I love the internet, man. It's making, like him and I was just talking about, Belle Biv My little girl knows who Belle Biv is, and she's 11.
Right.
So the internet's crazy good for that. I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Affion, we appreciate you. Again, we came here for a short stay, and again, you'll be around as we are in this journey of the Jawn with Uncle Charlie Mack. But we just want to thank you so very much for having us in your home. Our first episode.
In his home.
Yeah, in his home.
You know we're special if you get to go to his crib.
And this is our first official episode, right?
Yes.
Want to be on the road. So
we're on the road. We moving around.
Came out to La La Land. Yeah. You know what I mean? Come spend time with our brother.
I appreciate being the inaugural guest.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We appreciate you opening the door.
You should be first in all this.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Let's get that. A-list 25.
Yeah.
A-list 25.
Oh, no, it's done. A-list 25 is done.
Yes.
All of
it.
it.
That being said,
yes, the Jawn with Uncle Charlie Mack ends now.